Okay, back with another video, and we're continuing Manic Monkey Monday, our first, with our second installment, which is a little bit me, a little bit you. As I stated earlier in my previous video, which was I'm a Believer, Neil Diamond wrote 4 songs for the Monkees, and three of them, of course, were featured on their TV show, as was this one. And this is probably, I think, the second single that the Monkees released uh, um, from a Neil Diamond song. And it was recorded and released. It was recorded by the Monkees, released as a single on March 8th, 1967, and the lead vocal is Davy Jones. His first on a Monkees single. All the other Monkees singles prior to this had Mickey Dolenz as the lead singer. So, and of course, this would not be Davy's last. Um, but a little bit of background here before we get with the song. Um, pardon me, sorry. The Monkees had sold millions of copies with their first 2 singles, Last Train to Clarksville and I'm a Believer, along with their first 2 albums, but were not allowed any say into the playing or the production of the music on those albums, which had been handled by Don Kirshner. The pent up frustration of the group came to a head when they discovered their second album, More the Monkees, which features I'm a Believer, by the way, in a record store while on tour. Having been given no prior knowledge about its release, the group, led by Mike Nesmith, demanded greater control over their own music. And in a meeting with executives over the issue, Nesmith was so upset by Kirshner's obstinance that he punched a hole in the wall and remarked that could have been your face. In order to appease the band, their record label at the time, called Coal Gems, promised that they would allow them to record 2 of their own songs in order to demonstrate what they could do. On January 16, 1967, the band went in for the first time to play on their own records, tapping Nesmith's The Girl I Knew Somewhere and Bill Martin's All Your Toys under the production of Turtle Chip Douglas, who had been handpicked by Nesmith. A few days later, Kirshner held a series of sessions in New York with producer Jeff Barry, using studio musicians, with Davy Jones the only Monkee present, where a number of songs, including A Little Bit Me and A Little Bit You and She Hangs Out, were taped. A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You had been promised by Kirshner to Neil Diamond as the next Monkees single as a result of the enormous success of I'm a Believer. An agreement was eventually reached with Coal Gems, whereby A Little Bit Me and A Little Bit You would see release as their third single, with the Monkees performed The Girl I Knew Somewhere as the B-side. This 50-50 split between Kirshner's material and the group's material was supposed to be ongoing from that point forward. Instead, without telling anyone, Kirshner attempted to release A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You with another of his recent productions, She Hangs Out, as a single in Canada during the final week in February 1967. The group were outraged that the deal had been broken, and as a result, Coal Gems fired Kirshner from the Monkees project. This freed the band members to record their next album, Headquarters, by themselves. And one of these days I may get into a whole story about Headquarters. But despite what you see on this video, A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You was never an album track. It did not receive a release on any of their albums. It was strictly a single. It would not receive an album release, except in compilation albums such as Listen to the Band and more, Monkees' Greatest Hits and so forth and so forth. Until probably, I want to say, either the 1990s or the 2000s. I hate saying the aughties. I really do. I do. I mean, that just sounds stupid. I'll just say the 2000s. When it was released as a bonus track for the Headquarters album. So, there you go. As far as She Hangs Out, that too was redone by the Monkees for their fourth album, titled Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. So it is a different track than what Davey had recorded for Kirshner in that New York session, where he also recorded A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You. And that particular version of the song, which was intended to be the B-side, did start appearing in Monkees compilation albums, beginning with Listen to the Band in 1990. But that's it. That's it. Also notable, before we get into this, also notable is that for the longest time, the only version of the song you would be able to hear, of course, was the single version. And the single version is notable because in that it has no hand claps at the beginning. It just strictly starts out with, guitar work and then into the song. But when the song was featured on television and in all kind of future releases since, it finally got inclusion into Listen to the Band in 1990, it's been released ever since with the hand claps. So there you have it. If you want to hear a CD quality of the song without the hand claps, then try to look for the Arista CD, Then and Now, Best of the Monkees, that was released in 1986 to coincide with 1986's range of Monkee Mania. But outside of that, all future releases of A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You feature the hand claps at the beginning. I think it's an improvement. I want to know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. But for now, let's hear Davey in his first Monkees single. A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You.
Let's have it talked up and things will be okay. Girl, I don't want to fight. I'm a little bit wrong. You're a little bit right. I say, girl, you know just what I said wrong, but girl, I apologize. Don't go, here's where you belong, so wipe the tears from your eyes. Girl, I don't wanna fight, I'm a little bit wrong, you're a little bit right. I say, girl, you know that it's true. It's a little bit me, it's a little bit you, too. Oh girl, I don't wanna fight, I'm a little bit wrong, you're a little bit right. I say girl, you know that it's true. It's a little bit me, and it's a little bit you, too. It's a little bit me, it's a little bit you, it's a little bit you're long gone, it's a little bit no, it's a little bit you're long gone, it's a little bit no, it's a little bit you. Hey guys, it's a little bit me. Hey guys, it's a little bit please don't go. It's a little bit please don't go.
All right. From 1967, the Monkees, A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You, their second single written by Neil Diamond. The Canadian single was recalled after a few weeks, and the replacement, the originally agreed A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You, with The Girl I Knew Somewhere, was released in America on March 8th. The single reached number 1 on Cashbox and Record World Top 100 charts. On the Billboard Hot 100, it reached number 2 with Something Stupid by Frank Sinatra and Nancy Sinatra, keeping it from the top spot. The Girl I Knew Somewhere also charted on the Hot 100, peaking at number 39. Subsequent issues of the song on Greatest Compilations feature a longer stereo mix without the prominent hand claps, as I just mentioned before we actually got into the song. Only decades later were the masters located. They were thought lost, and the proper stereo mix with the single version was made. Diamond never recorded the song, as he had done with I'm a Believer, but he did perform it during his live shows in 1967. And a recording exists of one such performance at New York's Bitter End Club. Anyway, that's it for this particular video. I hope you liked it. We have one more Monkees video to do of a Neil Diamond song, and so stay tuned for that. Again, you like what you see, like what you hear, hit that subscribe button. It helps. It helps. Also, hit that notification bell up there so you'll be up to date as to when I drop more videos. And if you don't mind, like the video, share it with your friends, and have them come on over, do the same. We're just trying to have fun here. So I will see you on the next video. Until then, peace out.